Hi everyone, delonewolf here. Welcome back to some World of Warcraft. In today's video I want to take you guys on an emissary. This is basically the way I play the game when I first come online. So obviously we start near the Great Seal, which as you can see has some cracks in it. This is where I hardstone, and very first thing of course, after some sleeping, the missions from my followers are done. So we're actually going to head straight for the harbor so that we can send our guys on more missions. In the meantime, we take a look at our emissary, which is for Vol'Dun. That's okay. Anything that gives me gear, that is definitely something that I focus on. Not here in Vol'Dun. That's a little bit unfortunate. So let's also quickly scan over these. That's not gear. Potentially a waste. We could definitely go and look for that. I really like this because potentially all of this can Warforge and Titan Forge, and something that I for instance received is this cloak. Item level 355 with a socket.
It's time for these little ones to be tested so they can begin whacking.
And that cloak actually dropped from a random world quest, which I think gave me like 325 plus as its direction for the item level. So obviously first thing we'll do is send our followers on more missions. My priority is for reputation. This is my stat here. I've got 2 of them on revered, working on the 3rd one for the honor bound. The rest are slowly coming along, with Tortolan Seekers being the slowest. And of course you do the same here on the missions, so let's go. Oh, I actually have some rare missions here as well. With extra, so that's nice. Talanchi Expedition and another 200% chance mission, which gives me, I think, more rep. Yeah, look at that, Sandalori Empire, very nice. Return to your war campaign ship to start the mission. Unlocks a new outpost in Tiergard Sound and in Drustvar. Now, I've never seen that before. I'm also kind of interested in more champions of Azeroth. So let's see if I can actually handle that. So if we send this one out, yeah, we can. Let's see if I can... No, that doesn't work. So on the rares, it looks like those guys are not so good. Okay. That's 140, that's not so bad. That puts me at 185. So we could go for a lot of rep here. How does this work? 75% with him alone. And if we add one of these and one of these, we do get that to 115. So let's see if I can again add her. This one and Rexar. No, that's not so good. Damn, and so we do need him probably instead of Rexar for the higher chance. Yeah, I think that this is more important right now. Get as much rep as possible. So we're gonna grab that. And let's see if maybe we can have him and him. Maybe we'll add her as well. Is that worth it? Not really sure. Like that, 140% for even more reputation. And after that we'll have to look at these two, because that is pretty interesting. 4 hours and 16 hours. Gotcha. Anything we can recruit? Nope, not right now. Alright, next step. Let's fly over to Vol'Dun so that we can get started on our emissary, of course. And this is actually what I enjoy the most in BFA at the moment. Just do those world quests. This one, orphans chased. Man, do we have to chase away orphans? That's not so good. I like to do all of them, or as many as I can, just for the rep. And it's actually upstairs. You could see that from the marker here. So let's go. Let's see if we can... it's right around the flight path anyway, it seems. So over here there should be an orphan. Do I have to, like, do anything?
What you doing here? Mind your step around. Huh?
For war resources. Well, I have never done this world quest before, so I'll check it out later. Because it's probably gonna take me a little bit of time just to wrap my head around it. Let's fly over to Vol'Dun, and this is just to finish someone off. This is pretty close to that as well. Okay, I think this flight path is pretty good, so that we can go after that one quest. In the meantime, we're again going to take a quick look at all of this. Anything for good gear? Azerite armor case, not interesting anymore at this point. And ooh, a weapon. Too bad that it's agility. So this again, it could like Titan Forge could get 340, 345, maybe even 355 from this. Unfortunately, it's not with intelligence, so it's not that interesting. I will do that eventually though, just to try and get the blues. And then let's take a look at get more resources from the scrap. And let's take a look at Kulturas here. Rep, I like it. Over here, more reps. Champions for Azeroth, 200, not bad. And then we've got legs potentially. Over here we've got gold, that's not too interesting. That's a decent chunk of Azerites. That's alright. And then in Drustvar, let's take a look at that. More Champions of Azeroth rep. But not a lot of gear, and Honorbound rep as well. Okay, alright. So not a great day, especially item level 342, so it's not like I can get a lot of upgrades from all of this, but every single one with gear can potentially, of course, still Titan Forge into something interesting and is usually worth it. So off we go. Let's do this emissary and let's have some fun just doing the world quest. Do I have one of those big quests here in Vol'Dun? No, doesn't look like it. So you have these with the special marker, if I can find one, like over here. Tiakawan, you want a group for that, but it's very easy to want to find a group with the group finder these days in BFA anyway, so it's not like it's a big deal. And here we go, flying through the tar pits of Zandalar, and then we come to the desert. Looks pretty cool. There you get the Temple of Citralis at the back, which is from time to time hit by lightning. Looks pretty nice as well. So our first goal is here, Hive Mother Craxi. Let's see if we can slay her. If I'm not mistaken, let's go like that. She's in a cave, so we'll just march over there, and then all the way down we should find her. We do have some stingers that don't like me, really don't like me. For these kinds of things, what I like to do, put up the stun totem, go in wolf form, and just, you know, try to get out of here. More horde, always nice to see more horde, and there she is. And this is what's fun about the world quests. You can sometimes encounter horde players that'll help you. This will go very nice and quickly. Or you can also encounter alliance players, and then you have to decide whether or not you want to go for that PvP. 800k HP also, so keep that in mind. She will scale up with the number of players that attack the targets. Let's stop that screech. And look at that, went up to 1,000,000 HP.
Well done.
But that's the first quest done for the emissary. So now let's take a look at this one. Okay, we'll do that actually. A little bit of Azerite. It's a disruption quest that takes more time. I personally do, of course, really like the take out a target quest because that's really fast. Just go for the target, and as an elemental shaman, there's nothing that I can't handle except for those really big quests with the earth elemental. So even solo, very easy to do those types of quests. These here take a bit more work, and it's always a bit faster when there's other people.
Try it out and see what it can do.
But we do get sort of a weapon or something. No, that's not for this one. Okay. All of these guys count as well. Let's do a chain lightning on that, and then let's let's support. Let's try to support that druid with some AoE. Put up an earthquake as well, and there we go, up to 36% already. So that's not bad, not bad. Maybe I should give him that and heal him up a little bit as well. It seems. Like that. that is not a target, so let's go. Follow them in. There's a mage doing the same thing. So just pull. Let's see if we can pull all of that. See if I can add a little bit. Okay, see if we can add this guy. There we go, I think that'll be okay. Stun totem. Get everything nice and stacked. There we go. Earthquake as well. Can do another one. Who's that? He's still the bigger guy. And there you go. Oh, that was really nice and fast. That's good for scrap. Anything that is useful. Nope. There we go. Second world quest done pretty fast and efficient. Fateless expunged. Alright, let's do that one. If you're in the middle of nowhere, just use your Flight Master's Whistle, of course. It's gonna get you straight to a flight path, and I think we'll do this one. And after that, well, we have little choice. We can either go here, expunge Fateless, or here to Commodore Calhoun. I don't really know if I've done that one before either. So from time to time you do discover new ones. Let's go over here. I think we'll try to find Commodore Calhoun. And after that, well, it's all about what is your priority. I personally really like gear. So save our scrolls. That's a more annoying one. Does take a little bit more time. Anything else for gear here? A trinket. I do have 2 355 trinkets, but one of them is for a healer. So maybe that could be good. Feathered spirits liberated. And these actually for your Azerite, champions of Azeroth as well. So that gives you lots of rep with extra Azerite. And you also get a little bit of Azerite just from going after the targets there. So those are really interesting as well. They take a bit more time, but if you take that time, they're really awesome. What do we have to do here? Sea glass collected. Okay, thought it would be a Tortolan. He usually sits over here. So let's go down there. Let's see if we can grab some sea glass. I'm gonna assume they are drops.
Tons of shiny sea glass wash up into this marsh, but the murlocs grab it all. See if you can pick out some pretty pieces, however you see fit.
Okay, so you actually have the choice. You can either take sea glass this way from the murlocs themselves. Ooh, and there someone is gathering lots up. So let's see if we can tag all of these. Like that. Awesome. 9 sea glass just from that. There's some sea glass here as well. So there we go. And this is what I do really love. I mean, at the moment it's only almost exclusively Horde players that we're seeing here. But this world does feel very much alive. And that is something that I've been thinking about here. Something that really helps is, of course, the fact that we don't have the flying mounts. That really does help to keep everyone up and running. And available, visible in this world. And I really do like that. I think I'll miss that when we do end up with flying mounts, to be honest. I think that's actually a bad idea. Keep this on the ground so that everybody has to, can't just evade each other anymore. There we go.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
Oh, this one has some sand on it.
A new chest power available as well. Let's see, what have we got? Azerite energy courses through you, reaching 90 intellect and then diminishing down to 15, cycling every 6 seconds. Physical damage, so Gut Ripper, and casting a healing spell restores 52 mana for 8 seconds, stacks up to 2 times. That really feels very off-specky, so I actually like this one. Added physical damage and increased chance when the target is below 30%. So it basically gives you like a bit of an execution style mechanic. Increased main stat, increased intellect is very good as well, of course. But I think we'll just take Gut Reaper here. For hopefully that increased DPS on bigger targets, bosses potentially. We just have one more quest to go, so I think we'll go here and then go straight down there, like that. And yep, this is, you know, 15 minutes of work, and as you can also tell here, we get nice rep from all of these guys. So we've got all of this, the underbound are almost there, and we're working on Vol'Dun. Why is this rep so important? Those vendors also sell you some really high eye level gear if you reach Exalted with them. Definitely something that I don't mind. This world quest grind, I like it, I enjoy this. I do think it's fun trying to find the most effective way of doing as many world quests in as little time as possible. It's also super solo player friendly, which I like, of course. I do like to take my own time, play at my own pace, do my own thing in games. And this is actually a viable alternative path for keeping up with the game, not for being at the forefront, right? You want to like do mythics and really grind everything out for that, but for keeping up with the game, absolutely. You get lots of Azerite, you get lots of rep, and you get the occasional awesome gear from these world quests. I love them. I think they're really great. Add to that the war mode, so that from time to time, we haven't seen any just yet, but I'm sure at some point we'll meet some alliance. So we have to keep following this road, and it actually looks like I may have never have been there before. So let's go. Yeah, war mode adds this little spice to it, and I must say the ground mounts not being able to fly is going to add some extra time in order to complete these quests.
Belongs to me now.
Go, go, go. And yeah, should be following this road indeed. But I feel like it just adds to the spice, and it actually makes this type of content better. Not more efficient, but more enjoyable. Add some surprise and things like that to it. So up we go. And it looks like we just have to go all the way to the end here. And I'm not alone. That's awesome.
I need you to take care of it before it's too late.
And this time we do have to wait for him. Commodore Calhoun. Here he is. Here he is. Couple more times. There we go. So let's go. I'll add my fire elemental this time. It's nice DPS from him. Fire, fire. Everything we've got. I have to cycle let's go. My Frostbolt in this as well for Nature's Harmony, which I've got from my Azerite traits every 12 seconds or so, just to keep the buff up. It's a mastery buff, so it's actually pretty important, I think. Nice free earthquake. Let's stop that binding sand. Just a bit more. There we go.
We need more heroes like you in
Yeah, a bit of extra Azerite, that's always nice. And then you can see here is my reward. So what's the best way to go? Obviously, Flight Master's Whistle again. Grab this and go over to a Flight Master.
Hello, man.
Take him, and that's the emissary. We'll see. We'll take a look at the rewards. That's what we can buy from that guy as well. But yeah, to me, this is a lot of fun. I do enjoy this type of playstyle in the World of Warcraft at the moment. I don't want to grind too many dungeons. I think I might get into a bit more PvP when the first season comes out. But for now, for my daily World of Warcraft, this is what I like to do. I'm going to do even more world quests after all of this, just to keep up. They're awesome for the rep, and you potentially do get nice drops from the ones that give you loot, that give you actual gear. And they even give you weapons, shields. I think almost all slots, yep, including the Azerite gear from the caches. Unfortunately, those stop at 325. They don't go any higher than that, and they can't Titan Forge. But, you know, all of that gives you a very nice basis to keep up, basically, with the game. So, 400 artifact power, and that is it. If we talk to her as a vendor, you can see here on Exalted, we've got 350 boots, we've got a mount as well. And for Exalted, you've got a tabard. And we could buy 335 bracers. I already have 340. What's all of this? A 30 slot bag for 2,500 gold. Interesting. Place the skull on the ground so I can see the cool places you're at. Not sure what that does. Already known and already known. So having reached... Is it because I reached revered?
Take care of yourself.
1500
No one else will.
rep. And I am indeed revered now with Vol'Dun. So this comes up. Let's take a look at that.
The dunes have everything we need.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, okay, interesting. That might add something different to the game, so I'm definitely gonna keep this here. And that's a weird summon. So yeah, I think that there's even more to explore from those vendors. Once you reach revered and once you reach exalted, you've got some awesome potential gear out there as well. But yeah, there you go, guys. Quick emissary in the world of Warcraft. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all next time.